Hey YouTube, Christo here. Another video for you. Got another spotlight video. I wanted to do this for two reasons. First, I've gotten a lot of really good feedback on my spotlight video, so I wanted to do another one. And I wanted to do this one specifically, this house specifically, because I think in the next few months there's going to be a lot of buzz around this designer house. So today I'm looking at D-Squared. So that's my spotlight on D-Squared. And this is a funny one because I kind of consider myself to be in tune with fashion and stuff, but I don't really know a lot about D-Squared, and I think a lot of people, if you're more into designer sense than you are into designer fashion like myself, probably don't know a heck a lot about D-Squared. I've done a lot of, tried to do a lot of research in like the last week on them, and I can't really find a lot. It's the information's like very little out there, and been around for a while. So let me do the introduction. D-Squared officially started in 1994, and it was founded by identical twin brothers, Dean and Dan Caton. They're actually Canadian, but they studied design in New York and Milan, and they actually studied, they actually worked with Versace and Diesel, and that's basically how they ended up being able to launch their own line. It is becoming very well known in the fashion world, but outside the fashion world they're still quite quiet. You know, nothing compared to, you know, Versace or Armani or Prada or Louis Vuitton or anything. Nothing compared to that, although they do make high-end stuff, very nice, very high-end stuff, but still quite, you know, relatively unknown outside the fashion world. Now, D-Squared, as of now, as of the end of August, they only have one original release, and that is He Would. For men, of course, they do have women's versions, but for men they only have one original scent. This is released in 2007. They have another scent for men slated to release in September. I can't find any specific dates, I can't find any specific countries, I can't find any specific regions. All I can find out is it's due to be released in September. Most likely there are some bottles floating around in you know, the public, but for most people you won't be able to find them until September, and even then it'll probably be limited to, you know, Europe and then North America and the rest of the world. Now, their most popular scent that they've released actually isn't the original, it's their flanker, Rocky Mountain Wood. This one right here, I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with this. Price range for their scents is actually very reasonable. You can get smaller bottles for as little as 30 and large bottles for up to about 70. If you look around, if you do your shopping, you can get full 100 ml bottles for probably about $50, perhaps even a bit less. They're really quite reasonably priced. My collection as of now is actually complete for the men's line. I have the original He Would, as I showed you, from 2007. I have Rocky Mountain Wood, which was the first flanker release. This is from 2009. And I have Wet Wood from 2010. And I have the newest one, Silver Wind Wood, and this is just released in 2011. Like I said, as of now I do have all 4 bottles that they've released, but Potion is yet to hit the markets. I am very interested in that, I have to say. It's got some really interesting notes in it, and they're kind of going the EDP way, a men's EDP, so I think there are a lot of guys out there that are really interested in it. I think it will be good. I think a lot of people are really heavily awaiting it as well. Now, I'm going to look at my favorite, my least favorite, and one I recommend. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to go with majority of people with this one, and I'm going to have to say my favorite is Rocky Mountain Wood. This is the reason I got into D-Squared. I actually watched Mark's review for this and thought, wow, that sounds really good. Bought it blindly, went nuts for it, couldn't believe it. Cedar, pepper, violet. It's amazingly fresh, amazingly clean. It's so natural smelling, nothing synthetic in the least. I've actually even got a few of my friends to buy bottles of this, just telling them how great it was. Definitely, this is their most famous. A lot of people got into D-Squared basically from this. Least favorite, I'm gonna take the latest release, Silver Wind Wood. I don't have a lot of experience wearing this, but from what I have noticed, it's really soft, it's really light, it doesn't seem to last long on me, and it actually reminds me quite a lot of a really toned down Prada Pour Homme. And Prada Pour Homme is one of my favorites, so this one just isn't really up to the same quality as Rocky Mountain Wood, in my opinion. Recommended. Now this one is actually really hard. I know there's only 4 and I've already picked 2 of them, so there's only 2 left, but I was actually really torn between which one I was going to recommend. And I'm gonna have to take the Wet Wood. I really wanted to give the original the recommended because a lot of people overlook it. A lot of people just smell it and go, yeah, it just smells like Rocky Mountain, but not quite as good. I'm actually starting to like it a lot more. But for now, I'm gonna have to say this is what I recommend. It's an aquatic woody, and it's got it all. It's aquatic, it's got violet leaf, it's got cedar in it. It's really very good. It has excellent longevity, very good projection. So that's definitely going to be my recommended from the D-Squared house. Now, pros and cons. Pros from D-Squared, well, I think they're very reasonably priced. The original He Wood and the flankers that followed are all very reasonably priced. All of mine cost about $40 or less for 100 ml bottles. I think the first 3 have very good longevity, very good projection. The new one I haven't been too particularly impressed with, but I do have to wear it a little bit more, I think. I think they've got a really interesting theme. You know, they've got wood, they've got the Rocky Mountain Wood, they've got the Ocean Wood, and then they've got the Silver Wind Wood. I think that's a really great theme, and I think all the bottles kind of correspond really well to what they wanted to do, so I think that gives them points as well. They also are different enough to want to own. All 4 are very different, but they still have the kind of the He Wood original backbone to them, which I like. They're all different enough to wear for different occasions, for different seasons, so I think that's a good pro as well. They're very collectible. They've got great bottles. This is actually real wood, and when you open up the box, there's even a little text that assures you that the wood used for these is from well-managed forests that are, you know, regenerated and stuff, so you're not damaging the environment by buying them. I think they got great bottles as well. Cons, well, my biggest con is they've only got 1 primary scent, okay? But they've only been making men's scents for 3 years. They're still relatively new to the perfume world. So, you know, I'd rather have them spend a couple years and turn out something good than just release a new edition or a new original release every year. I don't like when houses do that. They just end up getting sloppy and they don't spend enough time in terms of quality. It's all just marketing. What else? They do definitely have a more mature vibe. Not really, you know, for the younger guys. I'd say if you're 25 or under, I would definitely say try these before you buy them. And I do think if you don't like violet or you do not like woody scents, you might want to stay away. The first three are very heavy on the violet. I really like the violet though, so I don't mind it. Another con, nothing really groundbreaking. As fresh and as clean as Rocky Mountain Wood is, it's really not that groundbreaking. It is an amazing scent, but you know, it's probably not going to make too many experienced reviewers' top 10 lists. It's great, but it's not really that groundbreaking. Overall, you know, D-Squared got a lot of attention, got a lot of fans from Rocky Mountain Wood, but so far they're kind of just a one-trick pony, so Potion better be damn good. I think this is kind of going to make or break them. If they release Potion and it's great, I think they're going to do really well, and I think they're going to stay in the game for a long time. If they release it and it's a stinker, yeah, I think in a couple years D-Squared might, you know, kind of fizzle out. Anyways, I want to know from you guys, which one's your favorite? What do you prefer? Really warming up to the original here, almost dropped a bottle, but for now I do think these two are my favorites. I want to know what you guys say. Has anyone out there tried Silver Wind Wood? Are you as disappointed as I was? Really was not impressed by it at all so far, but maybe my opinion will change. Anyways guys, there you go. There's my spotlight on D-Squared. Can't wait to check out Potion in the near future. I'll see you guys again soon. Later.